Hello and welcome
Are we live?
to a chat. Are we live? I think we're live. Come on,
Okay.
so they can
So
see your full face.
so how do I break it?
I did it the other way.
Over here, so I share it.
Create
What do I do?
post.
So right.
You can just say come hang out with us.
Did it go?
I don't know. No, I don't think so. But where's your community?
Why?
Oh, just
Did it?
yeah.
Oh yeah, I did. Okay.
Inside of it. They gotta see your face.
They can.
Hey guys, so my name is Kristy from Grace.Filled and branched off into Grace.Filled Homestead so that I could have a separate page to show all the things that I'm interested in and not clog up the other cheeks and stuff. And I'm joined today by the lovely.
I'm Dominique from Faith Family Homestead. I don't know why Kristy talking low. Hey Faith.
Okay, I guess I was talking low. Faith, hey. So,
I think I shared it.
okay. We're just going to chat with you guys tonight and answer any questions that you have. This is supposed to be for the ladies of Grace, but I'm having some issues sharing to that community exclusively, so you all can just join in. Are we going to talk about gardening? Talk about balance? Talk about a little bit about your journey?
You talking about whatever you want to talk about.
Dom,
I'm
come
gonna
on.
share this on my Instagram too.
Okay. So when you come in, first of all, just say hey and give us a heart, give us a like. We like that kind of stuff. And if you have any questions for either of us, go ahead and just leave them below so we'll make sure that we answer them while we have you for this special time. We'll give it just another minute for us to go live.
Yeah, we're live.
But for people to come on, people to see us, people to be notified. So I realize it takes about like almost 2 minutes before someone can even see that we're questions you have. If you have any questions, let's just quickly talk about balance. I think we want to talk a bit about homestead, and I think really just following the desires that the Lord puts on our hearts, right? Like these things that we want, that we think that maybe we can't have, maybe things that we long for, or just secret things that we keep inside of us that maybe we don't share with others, right?
First, you want to be all up in my business.
I want to be all up in her business. That's what I'm saying. I want to be all up in her business because I know sometimes looking inside, looking at people, it might seem like, oh, they have it all together, or they have this, or they have that, or oh, they're such great this and such great that, but you don't see the work behind the scenes. And so I just thought that we could kind of, whatever Dom wants to share behind the scenes.
How do you all determine layouts for your garden, determine what types of pollinated flowers to have? Yeah, so hey Faith, the layout from our garden is I googled gardens that looked pretty, and whichever one stuck out to me, then I kind of based my garden off that. But then I also based it off of supplies. So it started with like I want all like long rows, but then what are you doing?
Trying to make sure they see it on the other one.
Oh,
Go ahead.
but yeah, I think the picture I originally started off with, I wanted long rows, but then I had all of these log wood, what is it called? Wood? Logs? Logs. And so it kind of took a toll from there once I had logs to build beds, and then it was based off material I had, but then also I started just first by Googling pretty garden layouts. So it wasn't my idea, just Googled and went through there and just sort of like, hi. And then with flowers is the flowers based off of what I like. So I like Lysianthus, marigolds, zinnias, and then plus what's easy to grow, sunflowers, stuff like that.
Yeah. And for me, I think same thing. I also have like a plan, like a blueprint of the flower farm and then my veggie garden. And so I do that. And as far as flowers, I go by color. So for me, I have a special angel garden, and that bed is all pink and white. So anything that's pink and white, I'm gonna pick that and I'm gonna add that to my space. And so for me, my space needs to be all about color when it comes to my flowers.
Yeah, that's cool. And then it says, someone said, oh yeah, do you have any tips for starting a garden on a small budget, like soil and soil amendments? When I first made my garden in my urban backyard, I went to Home Depot and Lowe's and bought all of the open bags because they would give it to you for 50% off, 70% off, 90% off. And so that's how I built my whole garden, based off of like wood that was even clearance wood was 70% off. That's how I built the garden that I have now, with the wood that's 70% off on clearance. And except for this time I used compost that I bought in bulk, and that costed money. But before, I would just go multiple times to my landfill where they did compost and get 25 cents. It was 25 cents for 5-gallon buckets, and I would go fill up 5-gallon buckets. I would go to all the Home Depots and Lowe's all around and just get all of the open bags. So I filled it up for as cheap as possible. Hey guys.
Hey, and also to add to that, they do have rocks as well, because I've got some rocks for my angel way. And again, if the bag is open, 50% off. And compost and wood. The Dollar Tree has seeds. I don't think you mentioned seeds, but you said gardening for cheap. You totally can use the garden tree for seeds. Also, if you have like milk jugs and things like that, you can get a head start. It's a little late now, but like for your spring gardenings, you can do some winter sowing in milk jugs. I think we both talked about that on our channel, so that's a really good way. I know a lot of people do solo cups. That's pretty economic overall. I mean, it doesn't have to be the red solo cup, but I mean, even the Dollar Tree sells some cups that you can buy a large pack of for $1.25.
I even use those cups the bathroom cups, those little tiny cups, as seed starting cups.
Because you get so much more, and they're so much cheaper.
Yeah.
Are they biodegradable?
I don't know. Seem like they should be.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either. So the Google Culture Style gardening, that is all about using like not rocks, but like and wood chips, and like if you like, we have a lot of pine needles, so that's perfect for that. If you see the tree mold people, that's perfect for that. If you see the tree mold people, I got a funny story. So I saw them one day, and I was like, hey, could you like drop that off to my yard? And the guy was like, sure, we'll be there. Give me your address. He never came. I saw another guy, I was like, hey, drop it off to my yard. He came. I saw him, he was like, how much you want? I was like, you just keep. He came like 10 times, and finally I was like, I think that's enough. But for free, and I didn't have to pay anything, so like, and that's a great way too.
So Amber said, what's your favorite thing you have grown?
I love tomatoes. I have a secret tomato fetish.
Really?
I like to look at them.
What?
It sounds weird, but they're so pretty. Like, so many varieties. They're all different sizes. They taste so delicious. You can just like throw them in your mouth. I'm in love with tomatoes.
My favorite thing, probably potatoes or sweet potatoes or carrots, like anything that you could pull out the ground that it's like a secret. I love finding treasure.
Oh yeah. So parsnips?
Yeah.
Okay.
Anything that is a secret that you don't know what's gonna like come out of the ground. Like I love tomatoes.
Tomatoes. She said I love growing tomatoes too. Yeah. Ooh, and so flowers. What's my favorite flower?
Was the Empress.
But I grew the most beautiful sunflowers, beautiful zinnias.
You love it. I grew, you know what, my favorite thing actually that I grew last year, because it was so prolific, was the cuckoo squash. You use it like a zucchini, but it grew really, really long, and it was prolific. And that was my favorite thing that I grew, because it didn't get like the squash bugs or anything like that. So I really love that one.
I like watermelon too. Yeah.
My first year gardening was like 9 years ago, and I was on the square gardening method, and you know, like I didn't know anything about watermelon, so I planted it in the middle of the square foot gardening. Okay.
Oh my goodness.
And it was like a 4 foot by like I don't know 12 foot, and I planted like somewhere in the middle, not thinking that it was gonna vine out, and so it killed my whole garden. Like it took over, but which I don't know if they really told me that, but I assumed that it was one watermelon, and I planted it in the middle.
Yeah, I
and
think
it just killed everything.
I think with square foot gardening, everything is pretty much one except like the really small things. But watermelon, I think it's 1 or 2 square.
Yeah, it is.
Like the squash and things like that too.
It is, but in my brain, it was one. But even that, like even if I was to do it now, I would put 3.
Because they're so heavy. Those vines are so heavy.
Yeah.
What about ground cherries? Do you do ground cherries? 'Cause I did
I really
they are a treasure.
One of my kids didn't like them. I don't know if it was Aiden. Somebody didn't like them. Yeah, the squash flowers, they're so pretty.
Okay, so let's talk about balance. So how do we balance? Mother, we're both wives. We've been married for quite a while. We both have 4+ kids. How do we find balance, like to take care of? And we both have animals. I was inspired by you to get ducks. Did you know that I was inspired by you?
No.
I may
Ducks
have.
are so dirty.
Thanks. You're telling me now that I have 4 dozen in my incubator.
That's funny. They just any water. They just like
South the holes, and they can just like stick their beaks and everything in there, and they don't make any mess. And so I thought I'm gonna try that because I'm gonna try that. I'll let you know how it works. I have my little kiddie pool I'm gonna have there for them, and I'm gonna put that on top of the rocks so you know it can be some drainage and things like that.
So what was the question about balance? How do we find balance?
Yes, how do we find balance with the animals, with our marriage, with the gardens, with ourselves, making sure that we still take care of ourselves and that we nurture our faith.
The Lord.
Yeah.
The Lord.
Mm-hmm.
The Lord is your strength.
He's your strength.
Yes. Yeah. It is hard because all my kids are homeschooled. My son, he goes to college, even though he is only a sophomore, but he's doing dual credit, so he's going to college right now. But I'm like having to drive him. He does baseball at the local high school. You know, my girls, they're at home with me, obviously. Then all the animals. You know, counselor at my church, so I'm there every Thursday night. And my husband does evangelism every Saturday. And I don't even know what else. On Sundays, obviously, we volunteer. So I feel like a lot of people, like that they know that I have animals at church and stuff. They're like, how do you do it all or whatever? And I'm like, I don't do it all. Like, my house is a mess. Like, you know, sometimes, most of the time. So, yeah. And I have a lot of kids, so they have chores. And I think we all just pitch in. But I find that the more like that I do the things that the Lord wants me to do, I feel like it doesn't seem like I'm doing a lot. You know what I mean? Like, but it's not all for me. Like, I just give you know, the grace to do it. But.
So do you think that the animals and gardening is therapeutic for you? Do you think it's healing in a way? Or
not so much the animals, but the gardening, definitely. That's why I, you know, began gardening, and then I just felt like I always think about like the Adam and Eve, like at the beginning, the Garden of Eden, when I'm in the garden and think about just like, if our garden is beautiful and I think it's beautiful, can you imagine what the Garden of Eden looked like when it had no bugs?
And no caterpillars?
Yes. No bugs. So that's what I think of. But I definitely think it is very therapeutic.
But the animals, are they stressful?
Then I want to put them back.
That is fun. So we're gonna wrap it up. Animals, family, plan it out, very organized, like but
how you learn gardening, whatever, you know, it's like, no, I have OCD, and so it just depends on her. You know, there's a lot of people that aren't like that. They want to like, you know, wait to like, you know, stress and figure it out as I go. Fun.
Sorry that we kind of lost you. Just trying to grab a quick bite really quick, just a quick snack. We're on our way here. So if you don't know, we're here in Ashland, North Carolina. Neither one of us are from here, but we're here for an event they're having. And so I saw when we were headed to the car, I saw a fruit tree. I said, wait a minute. And I saw an apple tree for $20, $19.99. And the thing was taller than me. Like,
You have an apple tree in your garden?
And a plum tree.
You went from 1 to 2.
I would have got 3, but what had happened was
You couldn't fit it.
I couldn't, you know. But it's okay. It's okay. If I had a bigger vehicle, if I wasn't a vendor, I didn't have like 1,000,001 products to come. like don't let that be. Like you gotta be willing to do this. I mean you can go like to Tractor Supply and get like a little thing like this for $20.
Wow. So even at Walmart they're more expensive?
I'm not gonna lie, I haven't priced them this season, but they're pretty expensive. I mean,
Wow.
I could not get what I got there for that price, not at all. I think the plum tree was a little bit more expensive. I think it might have been like, but I think I bought both of them for $45 total. And I mean, I think that's good. And I think that you know, it might not yield something instantly, but at the same time, Dom, you should look. I might be getting some fruit soon.
Yeah.
I mean, I look at it this way. We pay the money in the store to get those apples and to get those things. So it's kind of like, why not just get the trees and we can grow our own? So,
have you grown sweet potatoes? If so, do you have any advice for first time grower? I grew sweet potatoes for the first time last year, and it's amazing, but they take over. They take over. I grew sweet potatoes. I put it in the ground. Okay, I didn't amend or anything like that, and so it grows in poor soil. But the thing is that like in poor clay soil. But then you're gonna have to try to get it out at the end of the season, and it's gonna be stuck in there. They grow really, really deep. And what happened was I planted them in this bed. Okay, it grew really, really deep into like the hard clay soil, and then they was breaking off when I was trying to get them out.
Oh my God,
Not only then they went underneath the bed and started going and growing in the pathway. So I had wood chips, and like the vines was growing underneath the wood chips, and I pulled out sweet potatoes in my wood chips in the pathways.
Wow.
Yeah, so they just grow, like they grow in poor soil. You don't have to do nothing.
This is good to know. I actually have some sweet potatoes at home that have like little things on this long, and I have some. I watched your video, and so I had some. I went to the store and I saw some organic potatoes. I said, okay, I'm gonna grab 2 bags. They were already. I got them because they were already having sprouts on them. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna plant those. So, but let me tell you what I did, because I don't want to be digging like that. And I heard if you hit a sweet potato, it like branches off into like another 10, 20 sweet potatoes. You hit one, and so like every time you hit one, they just keep breaking and growing and growing and multiplying. So I got some grow bags, grow potato bags, and so you can lift up the flap, and then like mine has this little clear, so you can actually see inside of it.
Oh wow.
So you can see the whole root system. So everything I do is about like a journey. It's about a documentation. Like I'm documenting the journey. So like I documented the whole incubation of the chicken eggs, and now the duck eggs, and I'll be doing the whole potato. Why? I don't know. Like I just love the journey of it and document it. So anyway, I personally have not grown sweet potatoes. This will be my first year, but I will be growing them in the grow bags, so that we can like see. We can see what's going on, because I want to see the actual growth. Yeah. Maybe I can grow like 4 slips in a 15 grow bag.
Girl, I don't think that's too much. A 15, you said 15-pound grow bag? Yeah. I would only put one.
One potato?
One potato slip. Let me tell you, you can do it. Obviously, you can do it. You can do it, and you can experiment with your own bad self. But
don't bad self.
like they take over. They're gonna take over, and then I mean, it depends on how big you want your sweet potatoes, because your sweet potatoes, like if you crowd them out, then obviously you might get smaller sweet potatoes, or they might get like stuck together and stuff like that. But yeah, I would think that 4 is too much for, I mean, because 15 pound, like, is it like 12 inches? Like, it depends on like if it's 12 inches wide, like how wide is 15 pound? Because I just had a grow bag, and it was said it was 15 gallons. Did you say 15 gallons? 15 pounds? Oh, I don't know. It's a 15-pound grow bag. I thought that said 14 inches wide. Yeah, so like a square foot. In the square foot gardening method, I think you plant square foot gardening method?
I do in my other bags, but I didn't plant sweet potatoes.
I think it's only one.
I would think so too with my grow bags. I mean, unless they're like, because she said sweet potato, if they were little bitty ones.
She's talking about like the slips.
We'll stick with your first one.
Yeah, but yeah, it says 1 slip per square foot, and a square foot is 12 inches.
Yeah.
So if you have if it's 14 inches wide, I mean, you might want to squeeze 2 in there, but I definitely wouldn't do 4. It would like
too much.
Yeah, it would be too much. Yeah, she did say 15 gallon. Yeah, so I just gave away a 15 gallon. It's not big at all. So, yeah.
It sounds like so much, right?
Yeah, it does.
But it's not. It's not really that much at all. So what about a bucket, Dom? Could she use like a 5-gallon bucket?
But I'll still do one.
Yeah, one. But I'm thinking about that because someone else mentioned about like economic ways to do the budget. And so I had the idea, like, the only reason why I have those grab bags is a beautiful, beautiful subscriber sent them to me from my Amazon wish list because, again, I want to document the journey. But if I wasn't trying to document the journey and like document the journey of the sweet potato, and we use it for like our homeschool projects and stuff, honestly, I think one of those buckets would be great. And I don't know about you guys, but our Walmart will allow you to pick up like the buckets that they're like
for
frosting.
Is it $1 where you are?
Yeah, it's $1.
Yeah.
So I would say $3, but even $3, but $3 is better than though still. So
that's crazy.
Yeah, and I mean it was used for, you know, it's food grade at this point, so that's really great economic way to grow food or anything.
You could do it in a cardboard box. You can grow potatoes in cardboard boxes.
And my favorite tomatoes, right? And then you're just saying how many different things you can grow and how many ways you can do something different. Because we often see these beautiful curated gardens with these rocks and fountains and arbors, and it's beautiful, it's great. Listen, I love it. I'm all here for it. But what if that's not your portion right now? Doesn't mean it'll never be, but what if it's not right now? I don't want you to be discouraged and feel like you can't start. You better go to Walmart and get them dollar buckets and get you some soil.
When I was in our RV, when we lived in our RV, I thought we were gonna end up closing on our house, and then the day we were gonna close, we found that we couldn't close on our house. We had our like whole thing packed, like everything packed, ready to get like over 100 tomatoes, and then so I couldn't plant them. So I had a whole RV on a little carpet of just like so many plants, and I used all of those buckets from Walmart when I got them for
the holes on the sides or whatever to make sure the wall. And that's a really good idea. Like you should do that. Oh, and if you like don't want to like put it on your ground or something like that, you know, you could always go and get those pallets. Sometimes people are giving those away for free too. So damn, and cute, even on a budget. And then like, bro, you can take some sticks and some twine, right? For like the trellises and stuff.
I want to garden for people, but I didn't want to build trellises, and so I never plant anything that needs trellising. So anytime you like green beans, instead of whole green beans, I use bush green beans. Yes. So if it was like anything that needed a trellis, I wasn't growing it.
And that's a good tip. So you still can have what you want, just get a different variety. It's going to work well for you.
Yeah, because even in containers, they have like the bush varieties of tomatoes instead of like, you know, or like the miniature tomatoes.
That's what I was just about to say. Dom, I gotta tell you something. I told you I like tomatoes, right? I've been eyeing, there's this one tomato that I've been wanting. I can't think of the name right now, but I've been wanting it for so long. It's like so cute and tiny. It's like this big.
Tom Thumb, whatever it's called. Or the Red Robin.
I have both of them. You have them?
Mm-hmm.
Dom, can I be your friend? I'm just playing. You should never be somebody's friend for what you can get. But do you have anything else you want to share before we have to go? Is there any more questions? If you have any questions, share them now because we are going to get ready to go. We have a busy day tomorrow, but we just wanted to come and give you guys or show you guys some love because candy dog. Focus. It's like candy. What's in your bag? Was there anything? I think my biggest hurt to keep going. Because I honestly, last year I was like, I'm done with gardening. I'm not doing it anymore. Like, I'm done because I was having some allergic reactions to something. I'm not sure still if it was the poison, whatever it was. It didn't make a difference. I felt like it was going to stop me. And then I was like, well, I love this thing. I have passion about this thing. Why am I giving up on this thing? And so it's like, what problems are you having? And then what are some possible solutions that you can do on a budget that you can still accomplish your dreams, even while you wait to accomplish bigger dreams, right? Like, I guess all I want to say before we end this is like, don't be afraid to start. Like, fail forward, fail into victory, like fail into success, like plant into success. Like, know that stuff's gonna die, know that you're gonna kill stuff, that you're gonna forget about stuff, you're gonna overwander underwater.
I did a reel that was like, you know, the secret to success or whatever is like like you're gonna kill stuff or something. Like I don't remember, but I'm like, I kill so much things. Hello, friend, the budget preppers. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, if you want to be a good gardener, I'm like, just plant more than you need, and that way when you kill the things, you have exactly what you need, and there you go, you're a good gardener.
Oh, and let me tell you what you do, the extras. There's this lady I know, she had extras, and so all of her extras, I think she called it a victory garden, and she just put all the extra there, and then like if you have a heart for people and you want to give or serve or something like that, anything that grows from that victory garden, you can be a blessing, you know, if that's your thing. If not, that's fine too. But like to pantries, to shelters, to maybe ministries, or to people, or to elderly. She says I overplant tremendously.
Me too.
Yeah, because it's always better to have too much than not enough.
Yeah.
And after a while, the thing is, the farmers markets, like the nurseries, they no longer have what it is that you want. You know, they have it at first, everybody buys it, and they don't succession plant for themselves. They go on to something else. So I think just by having enough, you ensure that no matter what happens, you'll have something. And I think that we're kind of getting to a time where we all need something, even if it's just lettuce, right?
Yeah.
I mean, even if it's just what, 2 things or 3 things. Because straight up, if you got lettuce, tomato, and a cucumber, you can eat. You got a salad, and then you know we both have eggs. So
Yeah.
I'm just saying, we got a salad.
Yep.
So push comes to a shove, you have something. But of course, I really love cucumbers. Oh, and so that's one of our last
Cucumbers are
things.
so prolific.
Yes.
How I started gardening is because I wanted to eat organic, but I realized it was so expensive at like Whole Foods.
Yes.
And so
My favorite store.
yeah, and so it's so expensive, and so I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna, lettuce is super expensive. I was like, I'm just gonna grow a garden and like not spray it, and then I'll have organic produce.
Absolutely.
And that's how I started gardening, because I wanted organic produce. And when I realized how prolific cucumbers were, I was mad at the grocery store.
Right.
I was mad at the grocery store. Every time I go in the grocery store and I see organic cucumbers like $3, I'd be like, you get on my nerves, because like
on my nerves.
Yeah, I want a cucumber. Like you can get a pack of 25-cent cucumber seeds.
For real,
it can come with, like, from the Dollar Tree.
Yeah.
It can come with like 50 seeds. You can plant 1 cucumber plant.
Yes.
And it can grow you like 50 cucumbers before it even dies.
Right.
And you charging me $3 for 1 cucumber.
And I was paying it.
Yeah. And so it was making me so like cucumbers make me mad. Cucumbers make me mad. Peppers and squashes.
Yeah.
Because I feel like they grow so much, and those are the most expensive things in the grocery store.
She said lettuce is expensive right now. Some Dollar Trees are phasing away from those generic, I don't want to say generic, they're not generic green stalks. They're just a planter that's so happen to be green stock like.
Yeah.
Like maybe a dupe. But some of them are getting away from the big ones, and they have those really tiny ones. So that's really annoying to me. But again, like she said, you know, whether you're using the $1 5-gallon bucket that's being recycled, so now we're being environmentally friendly, looking at our ecological footprint, which is a whole different story, but we're reducing, recycling for $1, okay? And you can take that 25-cent pack of seeds, okay? And you can plant your own lettuces, and they are organic. And let me tell you something, I bought some organic lettuce recently, because like Dom, I like to eat organic, and so that's why I try to grow as much as I can. And they had all kinds of bugs, girl. I was like, stop. And so here lately, like the last 4 packs of organic romaine lettuce I have has had bugs in it. I'm like, stop, don't do that to me. Why I want that?
Mr. Stacky, it's green stuff and made in Tennessee, I think. Yeah.
Okay, I don't know that I've heard of that one. I want the green stock. That's something I've been wanting for years. But you know, and hey, sometimes we have to wait. But while we wait, what can we do? I think I like y'all already. I think we like you too. So you got any wrap up thoughts? Nope.
I know that tomorrow's going to be super busy.
Yes.
She's going to be a vendor, so that's going to be exciting for people to come to her booth and to like buy things.
Yeah.
That's going to be super exciting. It's not going to rain tomorrow. It's been raining today, so.
Oh my gosh, the whole
Thank
day.
goodness we're indoors though, so even if it does decide to rain.
Yeah.
But I saw that at whenever, 8 o'clock, it's only going to be 50 degrees. I don't know. I think that's cold. I don't know about you.
Well, but I think I saw from 10 to 7 it's going to be like 70. It's going to get up to 70 degrees.
Yeah, it's going to get up to, but it's going to be at 50.
Yeah, starting out. And I'm going to leave in really early.
Because what time we got it? Like
I have to be there at 7. So I'm going to be leaving at 6, just to make sure we don't want no trouble. We don't want no issues. Traffic, and then everybody's getting through the gate and getting in there, and I want to just have a moment to be like, hello, welcome to Grace.Filled Gardens. And not be like, looking like a...
I saw that they posted that that there's no Wi-Fi there, so it said cash is king. They told the people.
Oh, okay. So bring your cash. And if you're in the Asheville, North Carolina area, not only can you meet us and say hello, but you can hear Dawn speak. We're not going to go into it tonight, but she's talking about maybe we can convince her to come back, what y'all think. But she's going to be talking about going from, is it the projects to the farm? Because technically she has like a farm, a homestead, a garden. She's doing it all. Like, she's big examples, big goals. I just want to publicly say I'm so proud of you. Like, you inspire me and so many others. Like, just seeing you do such amazing things for yourself, for your kingdom, for your family. It's so amazing. It's so beautiful.
Lincolnton, North. Hey, I used to live really close to there, Lincolnton, North Carolina. I lived in, I don't remember which place it was close to, but I lived in Gastonia. It was in Gastonia. I lived in Gastonia, Lenore, and I worked in like Belmont, and
So she's close by.
yeah, it was somewhere, because I used to see that sign. So it was like, I was like passing, maybe I was passing it from Gastonia to Belmont, Lincolnton.
And the tickets are economic, and you can get them at the door.
Yeah.
So, all right.
But anyway, I was gonna say I was gonna go like this out the camera because you were trying to make me blush.
Come over here so we can see your beautiful face.
Yeah.
She's so sweet. She's sweet in camera.
Yes,
off camera, in person.
I saw Lincolnton. Yes, he was right around the block. Yes.
She's so sweet. She's such a treasure to this community, and so we are so blessed to have her.
No.
And she's so humble.
Sometimes I just be what Gastonia. Yes, exactly, like 20 minutes. Sometimes I just from the east side, so.
I have to let her
That's
go.
my bedtime.
It's past her bedtime and she has to sleep tomorrow. Have a good night. Many blessings to you. We are praying to grow in every area of your life. And it's on
It's 9:48.
That's right.
Because I gotta get my seat.
That's right.
And talk
That's right.
And
And all the people that are
you
coming
want-
just to see you grow.
No.
Just to
And
see
so I'm
you.
gonna let Kristy.
Say, I'm gonna do the duck.
Oh, I told Kristy that ducks have teeth, and she googled it. Or geese, and she googled it.
She told me these have. I was like, they don't have teeth.
They do. They have those little
I
sharp
googled.
things.
Listen, y'all I wanted to get these simple little geese, right? Because I got like 4 types of ducks. I'm like, I want the geese. When she told me that, and I looked them up. Tongue has like in the upper, and they all have like sharp. I don't like that. I'm glad I didn't
And
get
they're
those. But they're beautiful. I looked them up, and I was like, I don't think but they're so beautiful. The sea-blue, they're white, and they have like these little stringy.
evil.
They are gorgeous. But if they're gonna be doing all that, they can just say what they get. But I am getting a sweetgrass turkey. Did you guys know it's called sweetgrass turkey and not tom, not a tom
What's
turkey?
a sweetgrass turkey?
That's what the tom turkey is.
No, it must be
Everybody's always saying tom turkey, tom turkey.
That must be a specific
The
type
technical
of turkey.
name.
No, that's a heritage variety.
Wait, nope, it's a tom turkey.
Let's see. That's just a variety.
But I'm gonna be honest.
name.
I'm kind of hesitant about
But
getting it.
tom
'Cause look
is-
at the neck. Like,
but
what's their
tom-
next? Like,
All of their necks.
I know, I don't like that.
But tom is just what they call a man. A sweetgrass turkey is just a variety. So it could be a tom or a sweet. It could still be like a tom and sweetgrass turkey variety.
So the point is, I might lay low because I have about 100 eggs in an incubator.
Did you give all those chickens or sell them? Or
No, I have all of them.
what are you doing with them? You said you were selling them.
Well, you can tell them my business. I was trying to let them go, but they was like, we love you. And my daughter, see what happened was I can explain.
That's funny.
I can't explain. I just wanted to keep them. So I have 1 guinea. Right now I have like 22
What is a
chicks.
guinea? Are
It's
you
like
talking about the guinea?
Yeah, guinea.
A baby guinea and it's a white. The little one.
So why
is
these are all white?
They do.
They do. They're white. They
And then
turn
what
all
color they
white.
turn to?
They turn black. Is that crazy?
Wow.
That is crazy.
It's like the meat chickens that start off yellow and they turn white.
Oh my goodness. Or the Perkins that start off, don't they start off yellow and then turn white with the yellow bee color? Won't you be? Yeah, baby Perkins. So, anyway, we're gonna let you
went on a
guys
rabbit
go.
trail.
We did. We went on this whole rabbit trail,
We're supposed to be getting
but
off.
you do know we do have rabbits too, so that's probably why we went on trails because we have rabbits. Jokes.
Right now, there's no point to this live, and I don't even know how 9 people are still here watching.
They
Y'all
love
just
us.
must laugh. Are y'all laughing at us? Because
They are.
I have no idea why y'all still here.
Because, like, where can you get this anywhere else?
And now I'm just went up to 10 people.
Just go ahead and do your call before we go.
Cuckoo, cuckoo, cuckoo. Shorty,
I heard.
shorty. Growing up, they used to be like, shorty, shorty. They're like, cuckoo.
But, okay, last thing, tell them what the geese do.
Nah, for real. Have you ever heard geese when they go and they like stick out their like neck? She got me acting a fool on a live. You can't even like take back a live. Switch from lettuce. What? Switch from lettuce to growing my own microgreens. Oh yeah.
We're not even gonna get on to microgreens. We'll be here another because we like microgreens.
That was a good idea.
Don't we like microgreens? They're much
You guys
more
are funny
nutritious.
That's why you're still here because
So yes, and let me tell y'all, the Dollar General does sell microgreens. So again, we talking about affordability and budget. And you better get some beans and sprout those bad boys. You can sprout for free.
you can grow a whole bag of pinto beans or black beans or whatever the beans you can store.
She has an issue with Walmart with their organic cucumbers. The issue with Moms and Sprouts and Wegmans and Whole Foods with their sprouts. Because what you can sprout for pennies, they're selling, Dom, you know they're selling us for $6
Like
and $7.
$6, yeah.
I had said before I was going to for Green Farm.
Yeah.
We love you guys. Thank you so much for hanging out with with us.
Every time I be like, whoop, I feel like there's like a party.
So you know,
some music like.
so tomorrow, if you're gonna be in Asheville, North Carolina, she's gonna be talking about from the projects to the farm.
I saw this shirt today that said 50% hood, 50% saint. So that means I'll pray with you. What is it? That means I'll pray with you, but don't play with me or something. It was something crazy. And
Oh
my
my
husband said you need that shirt, and I was like, yeah.
All right, guys, we appreciate. Oh, we're leaving, and more people are getting on here. I feel bad.
Encouragement, ladies.
Look, more people joined us.
Hey guys.
But we gotta go. We gotta go. But if you're tomorrow, we're gonna be here in Asheville, so you better get us while you can. 2 for 1.
Twinkies. Twinkies.
Bye. Oh,